Good day. Bonds are higher and stocks are a little lower to start the day. The Mortgage Bankers Association released their weekly mortgage application data. And although the index fell 1.8%, 1% on the mortgage or on the purchase side, there was optimism this week because last week's report that shocked many was revised to show a more modest decline of 2.8% overall instead of 7%. And purchases were inaccurately reported as down 5%, and they were only 2.8%. So much more conservative, much more in line with what's happening in the market. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Janet Yellen will have her confirmation hearing as the next Fed chair, replacing Ben Bernanke. Look, it's an interview that will determine the course of the U.S. economy for the next 4 years and possibly longer. Janet will face the Senate Banking Committee on Thursday as lawmakers weigh in her nomination to head the Federal Reserve. Four questions that have to be asked of Janet Yellen, and I hope the lawmakers will do so. Number one, what is the lowest unemployment rate we can reasonably aim for? Look, I think the first order of business is to hold the agencies tasked with measuring job creation and unemployment accountable. What do I mean by that? Let me read to you last Friday's job creation report and the discrepancy in that, and see if it doesn't bother you a little bit. The job report showed 204,000 jobs created in the month of October. Now let's remember this was the current employment statistics, or the business survey, CES. There's also a survey that gives the unemployment rate, gives us the unemployment rate, called the Current Population Survey, or CPS. The survey makes actual telephone calls to households, and while it establishes the rate of unemployment, there's also a figure for job creations every month. And for October, the report showed a net loss, get this, of 735,000 jobs. That's right, I'm reading it, a loss of whopping 735,000 jobs, as opposed to 204 created from the other report. When compared to the business survey, there's a discrepancy of 936,000 jobs. So which report is correct? It's anybody's guess. Look, to mimic the popular NFL primetime announcer segment, come on, man. We got to get this straight. We got to get this. It's too important of a measuring stick in the U.S. economy. So we have to be, she's got to hold the government accountable for that. The second question, how will you wean the economy off of stimulus without thwarting the housing recovery? In other words, killing it. Federal Reserve officials are discussing when they should start reducing or tapering their current bond buying program of about $85 billion a month. Now, just talking about that tapering, as you remember, a couple of months ago during the summer, temporarily drove interest rates at a big spike over the summer. So she's going to have to handle that with kid gloves and really massage that into that very important part of the economy. As we know, the economy is really, how it goes is directly tied to a direct string to the housing industry. When the housing industry is strong, our economy is strong, and vice versa. Third question, when's the next bubble, or what's the next bubble? Look, boom-bust cycles are nothing new. We are going to experience them again. We've experienced them. We've experienced them in our past, and some rather tough ones as of late. But the Fed has a terrible record of predicting them. But unlike her colleagues who didn't see the housing crash coming, Yellen was ringing the bell very early about the real estate market and its demise. So we'll see if any signs of new bubbles are forming now. We'll see if she'll spell those out or she'll keep quiet in this new position. The fourth question, when will inflation pick up? Look, I don't think it's a matter of if, it's just a matter of when, right? The Fed's been pumping trillions of dollars into the banking system. We all know that. Yet much of it's not making its way to Main Street. Instead, it sits in bank reserves, which helps very few. This has got to change. We have got to get that money in circulation. So keep a close eye on tomorrow, and keep a close eye on the market, and we'll see what the effects are of Janet's hearing and the upcoming new guard, if you will, that we're hoping will be very positive for the financial markets in the country. So have a great day. Have a great week. Thanksgiving's coming up. The leaves are falling. So get prepared. Now's the time to prepare for the first part of the year. Be strong, prospect, be great, and be grateful. Thanks a bunch. Talk to you soon.